Today our topic is fractions and we will be learning about dividing fractions. Before we start dividing of fractions, we should be familiar with the term reciprocals. Reciprocals means that we have to flip the denominator and the numerator. Like 4/3 will be reciprocated as 3/4. Means 4/3 is a reciprocal of 3/4 and 3/4 is a reciprocal of 4/3. So why reciprocals are important? Because they make our dividing fractions easier. So we have learned that we have to divide a fraction, we have to reciprocate it and then multiply the fraction. Let's do the example. Our example is 3/4 divided by 2/7. Let's rewrite the problem and see we are going to flip the fraction to 7th. And we will change the sign of divide into multiplication. So we are having 3/4 multiplied by 7/2. Over here we have changed the dividing sign into multiplication and we have flipped the second fraction, that is 2/7, and it has become 7/2. And we all know that we have to multiply the numerators to get the resulting numerator and we have to multiply the denominators to get the resulting denominators. 7 times 3 is 21 and 4 times 2 is 8. But this thing as you have learned in your previous lessons, that whenever the denominator is smaller than the numerator, this is an improper fraction. So we have to make use of our working space and we will divide 21 with 8 and we are going to get 2 whole 5/8. So we have converted the improper fraction into mixed fractions. So answer to example number 1 is 2 whole 5/8. Common mistakes while we are dividing the fractions, we should avoid that most of the time we flip all the numbers, all the fractions. Remember, we will never reverse the first fraction. First fraction will remain the same. Now we will be doing that how to divide the mixed fractions. You are familiar with this. This is an example of mixed fraction. We are going to make the mixed fraction into improper fractions, and you all know that you have to multiply 4 with 5. 4 5 20 plus 1 is 20 by 5th, 21 by 5th. And likewise 7 times 2 is multiplied, 14 plus 1 is 15th 7th. Now we are going to rewrite the division fraction and multiply with the reciprocals. We have changed the signs from division to multiplication and we have flipped the second fraction. That is 7/15 now. Using our previous knowledge, we know this thing that we have to multiply the numerators and we have to multiply the denominators. And 21/7 and 5/15 is simplified here using the table of 3. 21 is divided by 3 is 7 and 15 is also coming in the table of 3 and we are getting 5 here. So we have simplified the numbers here for our ease. So 7 sevens is 49 and 5 fives is 25. Use the working space now and divide 49 with 25. So we are going to write 1 whole 24 25th. So the example 2's answer is 1 whole 24 25th. Now we have to divide more than 2 fractions, dividing the multiple fractions. 4/7 divided by 3/2 divided by 3/5. Now what we have learned so far, that we have to flip the fraction. We have to reciprocate the fraction and then we multiply it. So First of all, we'll rewrite the fraction and we are going to reciprocate the fractions 3/2 and 3/5. We will not reciprocate the first one as I have told you earlier. And now we are going to change the division signs into multiplications. See, these two changes I have made here. The division sign is converted into multiplications and these fractions are reciprocated here. Using our previous knowledge, we are going to multiply the numerators to get the resulting numerator, and we are going to multiply the denominators to get the resulting denominators. So 4 times 2 times 5 is 4 2s are 8, 8 5s are 40, and 7 3s are 21 times 3 is 63. So this is the proper fraction, so this is the answer